So now we are able to maybe
Monkey around.
monkey
Outside.
around.
Outside.
Find
Oh,
some relief.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful weather and record high temperatures potentially ahead for some. This morning, not quite as chilly of a start. We're sitting at 57 in Albuquerque and in other areas of the metro. Look at that, 33 in Moriarty. So widely varying temperatures because of widely varying winds. 56 right now in the Northeast Heights, 50 at Sandia Park and Tijeras. Several inches of snow a few days ago on the ground. Most of that has melted. 47 Bernalillo right now, 48 Rio Rancho, and again, 33 Moriarty. So widely varying temperatures across our viewing area. That wind is starting to switch more from the north and east. That is allowing for the cooler air to try to spill in the Albuquerque metro area. Again, that wind descending down from the northern mountains in the Sandias. A little bit more of a persistent northerly, even westerly wind at Double Eagle at 13 miles per hour. Meanwhile, more of a westerly wind just past Edgewood and Moriarty at 7 miles per hour. That will eventually allow for eastern areas to warm up, especially in Las Vegas. But that wind is more from the north and from the west, switching more from the north and east in Clayton. That is allowing for cooler air to spill in. But generally, wind's not that strong. A 12 mile per hour northwesterly wind in Ruidoso, and the air temperature 54 degrees. 56 in Carlsbad. Because of more of a northerly wind this morning as compared to a westerly wind in Clayton, it's a bit of a cooler morning. 46, 38 in Raton, 29 Taos, 25 Alamosa, 29 Gallup, 33 in Grants with pretty calm winds out there. 57 at TRC, 58 in Las Cruces. It's a milder start generally from Albuquerque to the southwest this morning with record high temperatures as a likelihood. Here's a look at downtown Albuquerque. A calm start and a little bit of a hazy start because of kind of the calm winds out there and some of those pollutants and allergens in the air. But those winds will pick up just a little bit today, mixing the air around with temperatures on the rise eventually. Again, that northwesterly wind right around 5 miles per hour, occasionally switching from the north and east. So I think we'll cool off in the high 40s before we begin to warm up. 20% relative humidity. And by the way, yeah, we did reach 80 degrees yesterday, 81 officially at the Sunport for the first time this season. And we're going to be even warmer today. Very clear skies right now. Light drizzle in southeast Colorado. That clockwise flow is a high pressure system pretty much over the southern and western parts of New Mexico, allowing for very clear skies. Only some clouds steered from the high pressure into the Four Corners. Generally very sunny, very dry today. Temperatures reaching maybe even a smidge higher compared to yesterday in the Rio Grande Valley, right around 83, mostly sunny and dry, and a warmer afternoon. Our average highs in the high 60s, low 70s around the Albuquerque metro. But again, that wind switch from the east allowing for cooler weather today in Raton and Santa Rosa in the 60s and 70s. But these temperatures are still above normal for this time of year. And a couple degrees cooler in places like Roswell, 88 yesterday. 86 degrees today. Meanwhile, Alamogordo may get very close to 90 and very likely around 90 in Deming and within a couple degrees of that in Las Cruces. 70s and 80s in western areas of New Mexico. So pretty uniform temperatures in the 70s and 80s for most areas of the Land of Enchantment. 60s in northern areas and low 90s in a few southern areas. As that high pressure really starts to build in tomorrow, even warmer weather, temperatures will rebound in the Northeast Highlands back in the mid to upper 70s for some areas in Union County and Las Vegas. Low to mid 80s Albuquerque, 90s more widespread from Deming all the way, even closer, would not be surprised in southeast New Mexico, but I think Carlsbad may be a smidge cooler tomorrow compared to today as those winds will switch more from the east and then from the west on Saturday afternoon. A little bit of a windier day with low humidity and warm weather. There's an elevated fire threat with very warm weather. Record high temperatures likely around Tucumcari, Roswell within a couple of degrees of 100 degrees, Albuquerque upper 80s, 70s in the northern and western areas, and from Socorro to the south and west, 80s and 90s. So temperatures on the rise mostly ahead all the way through Saturday in places like Durango for the most part. Then we'll start to cool off Sunday to next week, including Alamosa, where maybe a little bit of rain will start to fall in the San Juan Mountains. Farmington with very close to 80 today, likely in the 80s tomorrow and Saturday. Gallup and Grants, very warm today, big temperature jumps, and then starting to cool off. 50-degree plus temperature jumps once again from the morning to the afternoon. Las Cruces, I do think we'll reach around the 90-degree mark today and certainly tomorrow and Saturday before we start to cool off, including Alamogordo Sunday into next week. Hobbs, Carlsbad, and Ruidoso, maybe a smidge cooler today, maybe a little bit cooler tomorrow. I would not be surprised for the next couple of days if a couple areas will be near 90. A couple areas may be close to 100 on Saturday in Roswell and Carlsbad, but will start to cool off by the end of the weekend. Tucumcari, more of Las Vegas. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s today, a bit of a cooler day. Warmer and breezier tomorrow and Saturday, cooler after that. From the Enchanted Circle to Española, temperatures more than 10 degrees above normal. More snow melt in the northern mountains. Moriarty, Tejeda, Cedar Crest, from Bernalillo, Rio Rancho to Belen and Albuquerque. Temperatures mostly in the upper 70s and low to mid 80s today. 84 tomorrow. Our average high 69, nearly 20 degrees above that. A record high likely on Saturday, 88. And then we'll start to cool off Sunday and Monday. A little bit breezier next week, but not super windy. So yeah, very warm, mostly calm winds though in the short term.
You know what I say to those temps over the next 4 days? Bring it on.
Bring them on. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it did feel almost like a late spring, early summer day yesterday. It had that warmth where the house absorbs the warmth and it won't let it go, but if you don't catch it early enough. But I think there's going to be a lot more folks turning on early, because even in talking with the AC guy, he's like, yeah, we're starting to get a flood with calls.
That's right, and those morning temperatures not that chilly. So
No.
yeah.
Starting to feel better. Thanks a lot, Ryan.